All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready? 452. Go, Jack, let's go. We got this, we got this. He's crashing. He's checking crowd.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
You gotta get that. Mike 50, Mike 50. Don't let him breathe. Play that shot deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Here's Murray from midfield. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mike, Let's go double count right here. Double count.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. On second down, Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught. Jones. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, come on, guys. Listen. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, it's Murray. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Bolden. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Elliott on first down going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
From the 41, Murray. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he connects with Ertz. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
8-yard pickup. First down, Brown.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back. And he takes this one in for a Browns and score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Murray off play action. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
21 yards. 1st down, Browns.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Quick, 90. 50 seconds to Mike. Watch the curl. Gun. Check it back.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Complete to Jones. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, Wilson. Looking end zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. Stays on his feet.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They go play action with Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go to Elliott again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers. He's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Switch it. Zebra.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Again, it's Pumphrey. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He can run for it, and he will. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They run with Pumphrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. It's Murray. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 10th carry now for Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Gets this one to Hill. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.